it is my utmost pleasure and an honor to invite another great personality that is present between us. Let me introduce them first. A visionary whose work lies at the intersection of ecology, spirituality, and human conscience. Dr. Manu Singh, an eminent eco-spiritualist and global advocate for climate justice. He has dedicated his life to healing both the planet and the human spirit. As the founder of Sarvadharma Samvad and the architect of the meditative living movement, he has championed interfaith harmony, ecological balance, and compassionate living, reminding us that the environmental crisis is as moral as the physical. Recognized by the Prime Minister, the Supreme Court, the Armed Forces, and international organization, Dr. Singh stands as a beacon of clarity and compassion. His initiatives addressing Delhi NCR's air pollution from vehicle emissions and construction dust to cracker pollution and subtle burning have reached national attention through articles, seminars, and champions. His voice has resonated globally, including at Oxford's Global Visionaries Ceremony. So with this, everybody, please join me in welcoming none other than the great Dr. Manu Singh. With a huge round of applause, everybody. So, you want to use this or the hand mic? So I'm switching it on and keeping it here, whichever way you're comfortable.
Dr. Manu Singh, environmentalist, interfaith leader, meditation, mentor, a voice that unites spirituality, ecology, and
Whenever you're taking video, if
meditative
you're not
living,
able to
he
stand
builds
in
three
front,
powerful
वो
pillars.
बीच में कैमरा
Bargaining,
देखो,
a meditative way of life
master camera.
rooted in
Go
awareness.
there and make the video
Samvad,
from front.
dialogue that
क्योंकि
dissolves
इस
boundaries
इसमें
between
मेरा
faiths,
balance
cultures, and Panya, eco-spirituality that reminds us the whole universe is one. And this philosophy didn't stay in books.
ऑडियो भी बंद कर दो मैं बोलूँगा उसके बाद देखो
Manu Singh, let's walk you through the
पूरा चलने दो
a journey where faith, ecology, youth, and global harmony come together to create one world family. Welcome to the journey.
Thank you so much, Honorable Gopi Chandji, my brother Dr. Love Bhardwaj, Manav Gupta ji, ma'am. First of all, I would like to thank, and also I would like to extend my honorable pranams to Justice Pankaj Sharma, who's just walked in. Welcome, sir. First, I would like to pay my humble respect to Kitescraft for giving me an opportunity to address not just a crowd, but address leaders, address change makers, and address such a wonderful audience that's just not an audience, but a torch bearer to this society. So thank you, Kitescraft. Before I move forward, let's do a small exercise, because I teach meditation. Let's do a small meditative exercise. Are you okay with it? Okay, how's the Josh? That was not high. That was not at all high. Just remember that every one of you is as important as the Indian Army. Keep your back straight. You yourself are the soldiers. You are the warriors. This country is resting on whose shoulder? So with that intent, how's the Josh? Fantastic. So, I'd like to begin with this small exercise. I want you to come in a position of namaste. Just fold your hands. Perfect. So this man goes to a doctor and he says, "Doctor, I have a strange problem. everything in my body hurts. Everything. Doctor was like, are you sure? Everything. He says, yes, everything. I touch my thighs, they hurt. I touch my stomach, it hurts. I touch my chest, it hurts. The head hurts. The hand hurts. Doctor was shocked. He'd never seen such an ailment in life. So he said, I'll run over all your tests, gets all the diagnostics. You come tomorrow and I'll tell you what the predicament is, what the problem is. And as Mr. Gopi Chand was telling us about technology, it's so quick these days. He was called that evening itself. The doctor said, there's one bad news, and there's fantastic good news. The good news is, everything in your body is perfect. There's no problem in your body at all. The bad news is, which is slightly problematic, that your finger is broken. So anything you touch, it causes pain. You touch your head, it causes pain. You touch your chest, it causes pain. You touch your thighs, it causes pain. Now this might sound like a stupid story, but the finger here denotes the connection to your own self. So if your connection to your own self, if your connection to nature, if your connection to God is broken, everything in your life will hurt. Your relationships will hurt, your finances will hurt, your talents will cause pain, everything. So let's begin this session by establishing that connection with our own selves. So just fold your hands, close your eyes, and just clap as hard as you can. Clap for yourself, for all the achievements you've accomplished, for all the wonderful works that you've done, for all the endeavors you've undertaken, for all the failures you've gone past. Clap. And then stop. And still stay in Namaste with your eyes closed. Bring all the palm of your hands. Everything between the palm of your hands. Just observe whatever sensation there is. Whatever. Is it a friction? Is it throbbing? Is it pulsating? Is it warmth? Are your hands cold? Don't judge it. Don't evaluate it. Just observe it. Just be with your own sensation. Now slowly rub your hands, massage your eyes, and come back to my boring speech. Thank you. What we just did is probably the most dynamic exercise of change. Gopi Chandji was talking about quantum here. You know, the one experiment with which quantum began was the double slit experiment by Niels Bohr. And he was confused because even till today, yesterday Chinese scientists claimed that they know the reality now. We don't know if an electron is a wave or a particle. But you know what I take out from that experiment? Like all of you to take out from today's session is no matter how busy you are, no matter how tied up you are, take time out for yourself. And by yourself, I'm not saying go to the gym. I'm not saying that go for entertainment. Take out time for self-reflection, self-observation. Not only mental, not only physical, but also spiritual. And why? My topic today was applied spirituality. What is applied spirituality? Are we as a society moving in the spiritual direction? Is our spiritual compass fixed? We must analyze that. There must be a spiritual audit. Let's do that audit very quickly. Let's take 2025, 2024. Let's take both of them. Wonderful years. How religious we have been, haven't we? 600 million people, that's government's estimate, 600 million people took a dip in the holy Ganges for the Kumbh Mela. Maximum number of people participated in the Kavad Yatra. Maximum. Maximum number of people visited temples like Mahakaleshwar, like Padmanabh Swami, like Kedarnath. Maximum number of people visited Shakti Peeths. And our brothers from other religions and faiths. Maximum number of people went for the prestigious and most devout Hajj Yatra. Maximum. How religious have we been as a country? But have we truly been spiritual? Have we? This year itself has been the most toxic air that we've been breathing. This year itself, we've lost the maximum number of forests which we can see visibly, but our government has gone on to say that we've gained forests. The maximum numbers of murders and rapes have happened this year. And you know the worst part? We found uranium in our water. Entire North India. Is this religiosity? How is this in harmony with all the religious things we've been doing? We are spoiling not only the only place we can call home, that is this planet. We are also spoiling our bodies. India is being debated, and in a very negative way, that the maximum number of mutations in viruses and bacteria that are growing beyond pharmaceutical healing, that is happening in India. We have viruses like NDM1, NDM2, NDM3, bacteria that are rampaging our health. Most of you must have heard stories that people are going to hospitals with a minor illness and not coming back. So where is the problem? The problem is what Shri Krishna addressed long back in Govardhan Leela. You know the story of Govardhan. And I'd like to quote in Hindi. Is it fine? Does everybody understand a bit of Hindi? So, Indra comes down and says that I will punish this land because you are not worshipping. Aap puja nahi kar rahe hain. And Krishna gets in wrath. And what he says to Indra is extremely important today. What was Indra expecting? Indra was expecting havanas and yagnas. And Krishna says, देवराज, हवन में नाम जपते हुए संविधा को डालने को आप पूजा कहते हैं. किसी मूर्ति पे जल चढ़ाने को आप पूजा कहते हैं. किसी मंदिर में जाकर भजन गाने को आप पूजा कहते हैं. नहीं देवराज, ये पूजा नहीं है. पूजा दिखावा ना करने का दूसरा नाम है. दूसरों के दुखों को अपना दुख समझना है पूजा. ऊंचे विचार है पूजा. और क्रियाशीलता में अध्यात्म को लाना है पूजा. So unless our religiosity is transcended into actions, we are not praying, we are not connecting to the Supreme, we are not connecting to God. All these activities, they should propel us into applied spirituality, into action which you are transcending and translating in a beautiful way. We must internalize our spirituality. And there's a second aspect to it. मेरा क्षेत्र भी जो है अध्यात्म का, मेडिटेशन का, हम लोगों ने इसको भी बिजनेस मॉडल में बना दिया है. I'll also come and tell you that no matter how much stress you have, no matter how much anxiety you have, sit with me for 10 minutes, do this kriya, do this kind of meditation, do that kind of meditation, and anxiety would be gone. It doesn't happen like that. I'm sorry. And there's a very, very good story from Bible, which I like to repeat again. So when God created, He established His creation, He looked at water. And when He looked at water, from the image of water, He created fishes. He looked at earth, and from the image of earth, He created plants. But then He said, I want someone who should gather joy out of these plants and fishes. So He looked at Himself. He had no image. He's omnipresent, omniscient, omnipotent, but He had attributes. You know what those attributes are? Truth, love, compassion, justice. So He created man in His own image. Now, think deep. You take the fish out of water, it dies. You take the tree out of earth, it dies. You take humans out of God, they'll die. They'll be zombies. And how do you take humans out of God? When you are just not working for truth, for love, for compassion, and for justice. If you're just working for yourself, trust me, you'll die out of stress, you'll die out of anxiety. And no amount of yoga, no amount of meditation, no amount of breathfulness or mindlessness can save you. Mindfulness, mindlessness, breathfulness, they are all just catalysts that should help you to stay on this path. But most important is walking this path. And walking this path with passion. Ours is a civilization that has never been divorced from science. Anything you see our astrology, our astronomy. We've known about the movement of the planets far before any Western civilization knew about it. Correct? We've known about poetry, about messaging. I mean, just take any shloka of ours. My favorite is Shiv Tandav Stotram. Jata Tavig Lajjvala Pravaha Pavithas Thale Galeva Lamb Lambitam Bhujanga Tung Malikam. Now, if you notice, this is not only in perfect rhythm. If you see how it begins, the first word you say begins from the back of the throat, Jata, and it comes in the same order in front. Jata Tavi Galajwala Prava. Watch the movement of your tongue. And every para of 8 syllables in this shloka follows the same. How mathematically was it designed? And that's why you listen to it, even if you don't know Sanskrit, after listening to it 3-4 times, because it has been scientifically designed as per the contours of your oral structure, you will remember it. Just see, Mahesh ji is here. He teaches, he's a memory king. He teaches how to retain memory. If you look at the construction of Hanuman Chalisa, it is set Chalisa, it has 80 lines. Try summarizing an English poem of 80 lines. But see how it is created. You pronounce it around 10 times and you'll somehow, on an auto mode, remember it. Everything was scientifically designed. And why I am coming? Because I asked you to stay on that path with passion, not with anger, but with extreme passion, with extreme detached arrogance. And the world is coming to that reality. That's the difference between Hamlet and Arjun. Remember Hamlet? To be or not to be, that is the question, whether it is nobler in mind to suffer the slings and arrows of outrageous fortune, or to take arms against the sea of troubles and by opposing end them. This was in his mind. What shall I do? Does this require action or not? Does this require just silence? We are the civilization of Shanti, silence. But the path of silence, the path of Shanti, was given on a battlefield. So life will always be full of battles. Don't let religious people or meditation gurus tell you that you have to stay away from battles. Remember, it is your duty to battle. It is your duty to nurture your talents and become a monster. Who said this? Jordan Peterson. The most acclaimed psychoanalyst and psychologist of our times. What does he say? He says, don't teach your kid to be nice. First teach him to be a monster and then teach him to be a nice. Is he the first person who said this? Is he? क्षमा दया तप त्याग मनोबल सबका लिया सहारा पर नर व्याघ्र सुयोधन तुमसे कहो कहां कब हारा क्षमाशील हो रिपु समक्ष तुम विनत हुए जितना ही दुष्ट कौरवों ने तुमको कायर समझा उतना ही अत्याचार सहन करने का कुफल यही होता है पौरुष का आतंक मनुज कोमल होकर खोता है क्षमा शोभती उस भुजंग को मार्क दीज लाइन्स क्षमा शोभती उस भुजंग को जिसके पास गरल हो उसको क्या जो दंतहीन विषहीन विनीत सरल हो these lines that only when a snake has venom does he also have the ability to forgive. If he doesn't have venom, his forgiveness means two hoots, nothing. So, passion. Walk the path of truth. Walk the path of love. Walk the path of justice. And walk the path of what we really need these days, compassion. With passion. And think about our culture. Think about our civilization. Think about our wisdom. Think about our planet. The greatest danger that our planet is facing is not from an external alien spacecraft. It is from us. We are trying to find life on Mars. Instead, let's try to respect life on this planet. Thank you. And I thank Kitescraft again for giving me this opportunity to speak to you.